Hey everyone, how you going? Hopefully you're doing well and you're ready for
Spooky Halloween Spooktacular.
I'm excited. I'm amped. And yeah, I can't believe it's only been a week since we did the giveaway stream. Is that right? Has it been a week? Has it been 2 weeks? I have no idea. But we've got some update on that anyway, so I just cannot believe that it's only been a week. Anyway, good to see so many fantabulous people here in the chat. Nath Fishboy is here. Alan Matthews, how you going? Alan Matthews and Nath Fishboy. Aquas in the house. Calling it early. With it IT. Yeah, the IT crowd is going to be ST. No, it. Stephen King. It. Top tier for sure. I got a question for you regarding that. As we'll get through some more pleasantries first though. T-Bones Fishies, how you going, T-Bone? Jed's Rose, how's it going? Jeddah? As says Jeddah, but I don't know. I just read it. Cooper's Aquatics, how you going, Cooper? Bobby K in the house, how's it going, Bobby? Craigos Broderick, the magical mortician that he is. How you going, Craig? Halloween, your Christmas. Very good, love it. Amy, back again. Good to see you, Amy. Thanks for coming by. Arjan's Animal World, good to see you, mate. Pete Berlinski, the aquarium plant man. How you going, Pete? Hopefully you're doing well. Mini Plantscapes, are you feeling
Spooky? Are you? Do you want to play a game?
JB, Johnny Barden? How you going, JB? Good to see you. Cody Sun's in the house as well, encouraging people to hit the L thumbs up button. So good to see, good to see. Actually, one thing I should do. Is it too late? Probably, but I can talk and do things. No, I can't. I think I've established long ago that I can't talk and do things at the same time, but I need to show you something on the phone anyway, so we will deal with that. But yes, great to see people here, new regulars, and yeah, we continue to go onwards and upwards. So yeah, I still just can't. I'm in shock that it was only last week that we did the giveaway. But in any event, we have contacted L winners, and we did successfully give the whole package away. So what ended up happening? What ended up happening is, if I just bear with me 1 second. We had the Shrimpfluencer on Instagram. She opted for the All Fish to You Plant Mystery Box. This, I'm referring to my 3,000 subscriber giveaway. We gave away a Plant Mystery Box generously donated by All Fish to You, and that went to the Shrimpfluencer on Instagram, and she was pretty stoked. She did ask if we can just hold off sending it to her because she's got a new tank coming, etc, etc, which All Fish to You are awesome, and they just said yep, let us know whenever and we'll sort it out. So that's pretty awesome. Aquas, I ordered his shirt, so he won a shirt, Blake's Aquatics shirt, and then we were very confused about finding an international. That was a bit of a debacle. I'll figure out something better next time. But the YouTube channel, his name was Tiquer, Tiquer, and he was from the States, so immediately sent him Amazon gift card, which was 50 Australian dollars, which only was turned out to be like 35 US dollars or something. But everybody's all good, and I'll do a post later on when I get around to it, but just so you all know, JB, a regular. Very good. Eric Graydon, how you going? Craig, yes, I think touch some wood, we have finally gotten to the bottom of that little stitch up with the echo, so yes, good stuff. Cody Sun, thank you. That's what I was doing sneakily as well, is just pumping it out on the Discord. Thanks for that. The Discord is fun. I seem to be hanging out a lot there, but yes, but it's just a good time. So a lot of times people just share their tanks, do a bit of troubleshooting if they've got a bit of a fish disease or something, get hyped about new fish and all of that good old-fashioned community fun. So yeah, if you haven't used Discord before as well, it's a really easygoing thing. Aqua has, yes. I'm so good at not being an echoer that I actually helped Az last night with his echo, which also, as a side note, worth checking out. Aqua Az, he's nearly on the El Hundo, and he's doing streams Wednesday nights. So if you like Australians talking nonsense on streams and occasionally having echoes, then here's your guy on Wednesday nights, Aqua Az. Check it out. Somebody should be able to link that nonsense up, surely. What was I saying? Discord, good hang. Oh yes, if you're not familiar with Discord, don't fret either. There's a lot of stuff on the sides that, don't panic. Often we have people posting things in the wrong areas, but you don't get flamed down and all that stuff. So yes, it's just a good time. JB, one day I will remember to put the duck in the corner for you. It's lots of fun and great info too. Thank you, Amy, appreciate that. Eric Graydon, Halloween movie ranking game sounds like fun. I believe it will be fun. We will jump shortly into it, but I do also have some more news before we do. Some more news. It's lots of fun. It's great. I just read that. I'm good at stuff. Alright. Chevy Birkinshaw is here as well. G'day to you. Chevy and Trigger Trash, the fastest trigger in the West. Will Barker's here as well. Good to see. Will Barker, your fish that you dropped off here are doing well. Growing by the day. So, good times. Hey, I'm 12. I can't join Discord. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. I believe we have some young'uns in there that may be perhaps lying about their age when they sign up. I don't know. I do not encourage that sort of behavior. Yes, Aqua Az is doing the streams. So, good to see. Ugly Man's Reefing. Good day to you, Ugly Man's Reefing. What did I miss? I just had a sale of flame moss at the front door. Good stuff. We're just getting warmed up. Galah's Fish Tanks. G'day to you. That's okay. Do what you gotta do. Learning as I go. Yeah. Yep. And it was good to finally somebody else jumping on board the Echo train. It's a good train to be upon. Basically, you just pretend to have echo issues for 3 or 4 streams, and then when you fix it, you just bask in the glory. That's what I did anyway. It was all an act. It was all an elaborate ruse, but nevertheless, Mr. DJ Ent, FBI open up. What? Alrighty. And Spet Top. I know who you are now, Spet Top. I did remember. And yes, I'm not confused. Alright, Dr. Black's in the house with the doctor is in. G'day you mob. I think you might like this one. So, before we jump into the topic, I do have a little bit of exciting news as well. Only a select few people know this, but I'll let you guys in on it, because everybody here right now and everybody watching the replay is my favourite person. So, let's just lower the volume down a bit. We're going to keep a secret here. I bought a house this week. Yes, bought a house this week, and guess what? It has 5 car parking spaces. So it has a carport, 3 car spaces, and then it has an enclosed double garage, which I have claimed dibs on. That can go back up now. So we got a new fish room that's going to be built soon, pending finance. But the double garage already has water hooked up to it. Fantastic. Already has power hooked up to it, and it's just going to be a good time. I'm going to set it up perfectly from the get-go, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait, because you might not know the story about here, but we sort of just had to move in here kind of on a whim, and it is not ready to be a fish room, this place. Yeah, I think you might see sometimes in the background, but I try not to show it. There's just a bunch of like furniture and whatnot, because this was a holiday house that my in-laws have. So we just had to store a bunch of stuff in here. But yes, the new place will be much better set up, and I can see some good things in the future. It's also got a little side area that I'm thinking of walling in and making a purpose-built studio as well. So unboxing area / studio, something like that. So we got big plans, and of course I don't do anything these days without a camera in hand. So I'll bring you all along for the journey as soon as it's all legit, and should be fun. Should be fun. Probably we can't all be your favorite. We know it's me. Good stuff. But yeah, so I guess the downside of that is that I will be very poor, so the unboxings and things might be slowed down. So please, somebody sponsor me, for the love of God. Sponsor me. Send me free stuff, because I'm gonna need it. But no, I'm really excited. It's no Logan Paul mansion, but it'll do perfectly fine, and I'm excited. G'day behind the omelette. I love that. Good stuff. Thanks everyone, appreciate it. So plenty of stuff, and it's really good. So pretty much everything's getting a rescape as it moves over, one thing at a time, and it's just going to be good. I heard you're going to make some racks that are slightly too narrow for the tanks. That's a genius move. Yeah, I haven't quite decided. I probably will build racks. I mean, I've got the yeah, it'll be an interesting one. I've got planning to do, but first thing I need to do is try not to die. I need to I'm thinking I want to epoxy the floors, which is important to do before you load 40 fish tanks in there. Good stuff. Alright, Arjan, sounds good. Okay, so content galore. Yeah, it should be really exciting, actually. So yeah, the main appeal to me when we were looking, I was like, I don't really care about anything else. House doesn't matter. We just want a good old-fashioned man cave, so we're doing that. You have to make your video moving tanks house to house. Certainly. So the good thing is it is only about 15 minutes down the road, so we will be taking it slow and steady, and yeah, trying not to smash tanks and stuff. Defo yes on the epoxy. Yeah, I've had a bit of a look around. I want to get like a grey epoxy with some 3 types of flecks in it: black, white, and like a gunmetal grey. I've actually, so I guess in my day job I do project management, and when I was redoing a public toilet block once, we used that and it looked really good. So that's the plan. You got to start up a Gumtree fish store, huh? Something along those lines. Your dog seemed to have a favourite lounge there. Yes, the dog will still be getting a Guernsey at getting inside, and there is a big window for him to look out of, so he'll be fine. And I guess the block is on 1,000 square meters, so he'll have plenty of room to run circles around the backyard. So good stuff. All right, now before we jump over to the ranking game slide, I will probably just say that I use like the movie artworks for all of the things. So I guess PG warning. You know, it might be a bit scary or whatever if you have young eyes around. So it's just nothing too vulgar or anything. It's just like the covers of DVDs and stuff from horror movies. So keep that in mind, because it's about as far away from family-friendly content as I'm ever going to get. Thanks JB, $2 dues to the epoxy fund. I will need every last one, so appreciate that. Zup. I think I'm too far away and I'm too cheap. I'll need every last cent so I'll be moving it myself. I could do with a bit of extra hard labor, I reckon. It might do worlds for my fitness. Alright, good stuff. Let's switch over now and have a chat about
spooky horror movies. Prepare to be scared.
Alright, so I think you all know the drill by now, but we'll run through pretty quickly. You got yourself a large image there of, just so we can all read what the movie is. Then I'll bring up a smaller image there, and then we'll place it on the board. Yeah, we have 24 people here, but I might get involved in this one. I got some opinions to throw around on these movies. So if you're not aware, I am here's a donation for the Narrow Tank Stand Fund. Perfect. I'll definitely utilize that in some poorly measured MGP 10. Thanks for that, ugly man. Very generous. Appreciate it. I'd help, but I can't leave. Oh yeah, nah, that's all good. So yeah, we'll still obviously got to work it all out, but settlement is early December, so we got a little bit of time to plan. Like 15 minutes down the road, just swim the fishes over the next good rain you get. That's a brilliant idea. Maybe I'll ask Rumble if I can borrow his like fish cart thing, and we'll do it that way. All good, Dr. Black. Alrighty. Streamlabs looks cool. Yeah, it's like anything, it's what you put into it, I think. Okay. Alright, so yes. Before we jump in, so I am a big horror movie buff. You might not think so, but I actually used to hate horror movies. Like they used to be scare the death out of me. And then I met my wife, and she's a big horror movie fan. And when you're in that dating phase, you're like, oh yeah, mate, what's a scary movie? Like, I think I can handle a bit of paranormal activity, if you know what I'm saying. And then I just sort of desensitized myself that way. So there was a few sleepless nights, but now I absolutely love them, especially ones with twists and turns. So this is a fairly recent horror movie. This one, Us. Basically, these creatures here on screen are exact identicals to the family that you follow in the movie, and one night they just try and break into the house, and they've got sort of supernatural abilities and that sort of thing. So you find out at the end why they're there, and there's a bit of a storyline to it, so I won't ruin it. I won't do any spoilers in here, but we'll just sort of give a brief overview. But I actually really enjoyed the movie. It's got some very gnarly sort of cinematography to it, and also it's got a really good music to it. Nice what's it called, discography, whatever it's called, music. Us is a D for sure. I'm not saying it's an S, no, by no means, but it's probably around middle of the table for me. I'd probably put it at a C. Let's see what the consensus is. C from Eric, D, F, C, C, D, C, yeah. C. Oh, yeah, Trigger Trash, I'll just let you know as well. We just try and limit it. I'm dead. We just might try and limit it to 1 vote per person, as per the normal rules, because everybody gets an equal opportunity to have a say on this channel. My partner was the same. She hated horror movies, then she got with me. Yeah. Never seen it and don't plan to. Gee, you should. Yes, Trigger, it is on the list, that's for sure. Alright, so it's a C or a D. I think a lot of people said C. You must rank documentaries. I don't watch too many documentaries. I did watch the documentary about the octopus that's on Netflix at the moment. I did enjoy that. But yeah, I just watch a bit of Nat Geo and stuff if I'm vibing that. And also being a YouTuber, I certainly watch the Social Dilemma, Social Issue, whichever one it is, and thought that was really interesting as well. We should group fund a rack. Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like I'm open to doing that, but it seems a bit overdone, But I could certainly scape something out on a stream, maybe. I know that somebody's suggested that before, doing a live scape off where you say, oh, put this rock over here, but I'm just not exactly sure how we could get it to work properly. I'm going to go, I don't watch or get involved in horror. Okay, no worries, Arjun. Think Saw movies are the scariest I've ever seen. Ooh, well, we have some discussing to do when we get to that. Seem to be missing a few thumbs ups. Thanks, Cody. Haven't found one that scares me yet. Yeah, it's rare. It's rare these days. I think the Insidious ones are pretty close. I think they're really well done, Insidious. Alright, I don't even need the title for this one, I don't think. You should know. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. It's random. Maybe it's working backwards. Nope. Oh, no. This is awkward. I haven't named them. Alright, I can do it. I can still do it. So, I'm just going to have to do some things. Ignore me for a minute. Where is it? Number 10. Okay, number 10. You know what it is. Halloween, Michael Myers. The first one's very, very comical. Like, they're not scary, but they're just super funny. And the imagery is quite, I guess, confronting, but this image here is pretty much as scary as any of the movies. There's a recent one done as well. Quite well done, I think. That's my Insta pick. Yeah, you got me. But I really enjoy the Halloween series of movies. I think it's a good balance of comedy and horror elements. There's a good storyline to it. It's not just sort of meaningless killing and stuff like that. And yeah, it's quite funny at times. You know, he'll just be like walking slowly, and then all of a sudden he'll be in the next room. Very funny. Like this guy in Austin Powers. Quality gag there, JB. But Halloween as a series, I would say that not because they're so scary. I'd put them up in the B. What do we think? B, C, B, B, A. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. This is my childhood. Yeah, the new one's worth a watch too. The new one's pretty good. But yeah, we usually have a good Halloween marathon every now and then, and it's good viewing. We might keep the pace up today. Oh yeah, and I forgot. I also tried to include as many fish/water related ones as I could. So obviously we've got here Open Water, which is based on a true story about some divers that got left behind, and they got basically stranded out in the middle of the ocean with nobody around. So hence Open Water. Really interesting one. Yeah, certainly eye-opening, and I think shortly after watching this, I was doing some not scuba. I was doing some snorkeling in Thailand, and I was thinking about this movie the whole time. Yeah, it's not too over the top, but yeah, it just sort of goes upon that what you don't know sort of thing, like what's below the surface, that sort of vibe. So thought it was really good, and certainly an enjoyable one to watch if you haven't seen it yet. Eric Graydon. I'll be celebrating my second ever Halloween this weekend. I did it once in 2014, and now I'll do it this year. Nice. Well, I was always in the camp of I don't think we should do the whole trick-or-treat thing in Australia, but my kids are right into it. I mean, you just sort of float the idea of going and getting free lollies from somebody's house, and you know, they're on board. So it looks like I've got a couple of years of Halloween ahead. Here's the Rise of Skywalker on the list. Very good. Rise of Skywalker. Is that the second one of the new trilogy? I don't remember their titles, but the second one, the one in between, was awful. Yeah, you're right. That is a horror movie. Alright. AA, Triple C, Triple B, F. It's not scary. Finding Nemo. Oh, it's scary if you're a clownfish. That's for sure. So between A and C, B. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind. I probably would have had it a little bit lower myself, but I'm okay with that. I'll sleep at night. Okay. These guys here, The Purge. There's a good heap of them now. Some of them are certainly lower production quality than others, but the general premise of the Purge movies are that one day a year you can commit whatever crimes you like and get away with it, as a way to sort of get it out of your system and then go back to normal the next day. So, you know, some people choose to go all out, some people choose to try and hide and wait it out and that sort of thing. Yeah, I think it's pretty good storyline, a decent idea, an original idea, and yeah, I really enjoy the Purge movies as well. They're a bit light-hearted, you know. They're not as you don't need as much concentration to watch these, but I was into them. Election Year, the one that I've used here, is mainly because it was the right size, but it wasn't the best one, that's for sure. Yeah, E. Yeah, okay. I think it's not as high as any of the others on the list, but I thought it was an okay idea. Went to see Halloween when it came out. The Howling and others, very good movies at the time, but yeah, kind of laughable now. Yeah, and we'll talk about this at a later. I've got a movie here I want to talk about the old version of it, and I still have a lot of appreciation for some of those old ones. You don't get the same sort of jump scares and editing that you do with movies these days, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing either. Yeah, nice, Eric. Hey Rumble, how you going? C, E, E, A, C, D, C or E. So a lot of E's, and then all the rest sort of bump it up one, I guess. D for the Purge series, which maybe it is an E. I'm not unhappy about that either. Okay.
Do you want to play a game?
Obviously, we got Jigsaw here. We were talking about this before. Saw. What was the comment? You think, who was that? Somebody said that Saw is one of the scariest things they've seen. Oh, John Maud. I wanted to talk about that because Saw, I don't think is scary at all. It's more just gory in my opinion. So I'm interested. Why? I guess the premise of having to atone for your wrongdoings, potentially. But yeah, I don't think they're too scary. Teen Wolf better be on the list. Yeah, it's right after Gossip Girl. The fact you could not remember which number in the new Star Wars trilogy tells me all I need to know about your interest in them. Nah, to be honest, I'm actually a big Star Wars fan, but I just don't remember the titles, that's all. Especially the new ones, but I did like I went to Gold Class and saw the first one, and that I remember when Kylo Ren first cranked up his lightsaber and like the new sound effects and visuals. It was really, really good. I do love Star Wars, to be honest. Yeah. I think the worst movies are the ones that don't use jump scares. The scariness lasts longer. Yep, that's true. Is Idiocracy on the list? Scariest documentary I've seen. I don't think so. I don't know what that is. Not scary, but a great movie. Yeah, more psychological. Yeah, I'd agree with that. My first horror movie I saw was back in the early 70s. Yeah, cool. Okie dokie, what have we got? ADA, Aquasoil. Okay, nice. Aqua Designer Mana. Triple S, A or S, A, B, C. Yeah, okay, so probably a B. Up there with Halloween. I don't mind it. I can get behind that idea. Went to Gold Class or Gold Class? Yes, I don't know. Next. Alright, speaking of interesting ones, Silence of the Lambs. It puts the lotion on its skin. Silence of the Lambs, we obviously have Anthony Hopkins. Where's all my windows gone? G'day Jeffrey, how you going? 14. Silence of the Lambs, I think, is one that definitely stands the test of time. And HD. Interesting. It's certainly iconic, you know. Watch Idiocracy is so true, it's scary. Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. Kragos, welcome to level 3. Just dropping down straight to the top. Welcome aboard. Enjoy the weekly behind the scenes videos, custom emojis, and yeah, hopefully provide more value than you put in. So looking forward to having you aboard. Found it pretty boring. Okay, there you go. I have to say it's been a while since I've seen it, but I thought it was great. But BBS found it pretty boring. Haven't seen it, so not sure. I mean, there's a lot of quotable lines out of it, so, and it is part of a 3-part series, so worth investigating. But it's probably a B again, judging by that. Alright, we got an Australian representation here. We have Wolf Creek, number 15. John Jarrett, basically there's an element of truth to Wolf Creek. It's actually based on 3 murderers in outback Australia, basically predating upon European backpackers. Most famous one being Ivan Milat, but Wolf Creek is a bit of a confronting one, but not necessarily, you know, paranormal or anything like that. Just scary, I guess, because if you've ever been in an isolated area in Australia, you'll know that it feels like if something goes wrong, it could go wrong. So, especially if you're camping. ACSBAB. Not. Just see the like scary movies, not my thing. They're not scary to me. Yeah, I think you do get desensitized. We've all been there. I got sick at yelling at them through the screen. Yeah, I get that. It is a bit of a, you know, like the scary movies, like the Takeoff ones. It's like, you know how she's at the start of Scary Movie 1, how it's like knife, gun, and a banana. She picks up the banana and throws it at the Scream guy. Craig, you're just showering me with a love and appreciation today. Thanks a lot. You do get excited for Halloween inevitably, so thanks for your $1 do. Would you like to place it on the list in the place of your choosing? If not, it's an A or a B. It is an A or a B. Oh, the $1 do takes it straight to the top, to the S. There we go. Hang on a second. It's not going in the right place. Where is it? There we go. Congratulations. Wolf Creek is
S tier officially. Welcome to the top, Wolf Creek.
alright. Good stuff. How we liking this so far? What are our thoughts? And while we gauge the thoughts, this is the one I wanted to talk about. This is what I watched when I was when did The Ring come out? I must have been about 10 years old, I reckon. The Ring. It's an interesting one. The Ring came out in 2002, so I was 10 years old. My parents were watching it, and I just, as 10-year-olds do, you sneak out and watch a movie, and I was not prepared for what was to come. The Ring, basically, you stumble upon a videotape, we watch it, it's got some weird imagery, and then the phone rings and tells you that you're going to die in 7 days. And yeah, very, very scary. And yeah, there's this sort of main antagonist that yeah, looks like the Grudge girl pretty much, like black hair, all wet and stuff, and just very scary imagery for a 10-year-old who was expecting, you know, some sort of comedy or something. So The Ring is good. I've watched it since and have to say that maybe I was a little bit more scared than I should have been, but The Ring 2 is also decent. All right, see you, Eric. Worth a watch, Greg. Worth a watch. When you find out what all the imagery is about and all that, it's interesting. Oh, that's an interesting question, Adam. We'll get to that. We will get to that. A B A B B C A. Okay, so A B A B. I think because of that, I'm gonna vote my vote as an A. I think it was between A and B anyway, and there's too many things in the B anyway. So the Ring gets an A as far as I'm concerned. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, speaking of Aussie horror films, so there's a Aussie horror film called The Clinic. It's called The Clinic. I didn't include it here because the cover art is a little bit on the graphic side, and you know how those things go. So I didn't think YouTube would be too happy with it. It's called The Clinic, and I was watching it, and it's about like a clinic, obviously, but they perform some interesting surgeries on people, and it was a decent movie. But I remember watching it and thinking, that looks familiar. Something's going on there. And I was born in Deniliquin, in New South Wales, and The Clinic was filmed in Deniliquin, in New South Wales, at the place, at the rice mill, basically. The major industry in Deniliquin is rice milling, and it was filmed there. So I'd been there many, many times. My uncle worked there and all that. So it was very, very strange, because I was just watching. I said to my wife, I was like, what's going on there? That looks way too familiar. Let's look where it was made, and of all the places, humble old Deniliquin. Who'd have thunk it? You're about to be stranded on an island and can only bring one movie. What do you bring? One movie. This is going to trigger a lot of people. Not necessarily because I think it's a good movie, but I've probably watched it a lot of times, and I can pretty much quote the whole movie. The original The Fast and the Furious. I just think it's hilarious, and every time me, my brothers, and my dad have a few too many red cordials, always at about 1 or 2 in the morning, The Fast and the Furious gets put on, and we're talking all about, nobody likes the tuna here, and, road's closed, pizza boy, go find another way home. So, original Fast and the Furious, I think. I prepare for the hatred after I admit that. Or granny shifting, not double clutching like you should. You're lucky you didn't blow the welds in the intake. Now me and the mad scientists are going to take this thing down and fix the piston rings you fried. Anyway, Bohemian Rhapsody was a good one. Hasn't got quite the runs on the board just yet though. But being the big Queen fan, did thoroughly enjoy Bohemian Rhapsody. I think I do, T-Bone. Alrighty. Once again, we don't need a title for this one. We've got The Shining. Great movie in that for a long time, nobody was really quite sure about how it ended. It just sort of let the viewer use their own imagination, which I think is a bold tactic. I don't know if it would really work these days. These days, movies, you need to spell out everything as dumb as you can, seemingly. But even if you're sitting there watching it, like, yes, I know, you didn't have to tell me. But The Shining did the opposite. They sort of let you come to your own conclusions. And I thought that was really cool. There's some really great imagery. Once again, you got the elevator with the blood. You got the twins on the hallway, the tricycle scene and all that. And then, of course, you've got this scene here, which is the "Here's Johnny." So, trigger trash again, pretty boring. Some people can't be pleased. I never knew you were a fan. That's so cool. More fish. Yeah, I'm a big Queen fan. They're probably, like, if you had to take one album or one artist of music to an island, I would take Queen for sure, because they have music. They have tracks that suit every occasion. And they sound like multiple bands as well, you know. Alright. We were looking good for an S. A's. C. Yeah, it was close. I think we do just fall just shy of the S. But what I wanted to say is this year, a sequel came out to The Shining. It wasn't called The Shining 2. What was it called? Does anyone know? Chuck it down if you know what the sequel to The Shining was. But it wasn't that good. It was about some other people who had The Shining gifts and were getting hunted down by these witches or something. And I didn't really think much of that one. Oh, Behind the Omelette. You're probably well aware, but I haven't been to Queen in concert, unfortunately. And I don't really like Adam Lambert, so I probably wouldn't go to Queen if they were doing a concert down the road. But what I have been to at the start of the year was Mark Martel, and Mark Martel is as good, not as good, but he's as close as you're ever going to get to Freddie Mercury, and it was a fantastic concert. So Mark Martel, look it up. He does a one take version of Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's phenomenal. It's got heaps of views on YouTube. You've probably seen it. G'day Ed, how you going? Good to see you. S5A4 S's has it. Well, can't argue with that. Can't argue with that logic there, Bobby. Let me just. Alright, I'm happy. I'll move it up. Say no more. Hopefully you can count properly. Well done. Well done, The Shining.
Welcome to the top. Elite scary horror movies.
Mark who? I'll put it here so you can search it later. Mark Martel. Check it out. Alright, next. I see dead people. We have The Sixth Sense, number 21. Another horror movie not horror, but another supernatural movie that I watched far too young, and had some interesting nightmares as a result, but fantastic nonetheless. Really cool story. Obviously everybody knows the ending of it now, but a twist that really not a lot of people saw coming originally. Yeah, and you just have to appreciate that. M. Night Shyamalan did a fantastic job, I think, with The Sixth Sense. A lot of A's, yeah. There's some crazy scenes, like when that toy goes into the tent, and just really, really top-notch movie, I think. Everyday B. Oatmeal scene is scarring. Yelp. Yep. There's a lot of confronting scenes in The Sixth Sense for sure. Yeah, a lot of early A's, so I think the A's have it. What? Late? We've got some late B's and C's, but I do think the A's have it. Alrighty. Another late C. Alright, maybe it gets bumped down. Okay. Alright, you. There we go. Okie dokie. Next on the list, Joyride. So Joyride is a movie about a trucker, and the thing to remember about Joyride, I guess, is that they use these sort of, trucker not synonyms, antonyms, one of the nyms. They use pseudonyms. There we go, pseudonyms. And the trucker's guy is called Rusty Nail, and the person that he's trying to basically kidnap is called Candy Cane. So there's lots of scenes where it's like, Candy Cane, it's Rusty Nail. And yeah, they spend the whole time trying to run away from this trucker, and phonetics. Nah, I think pseudonym, like a nickname. I think. Candy cane. So yeah, after my wife and I watched it, we would do a fair bit of, candy cane, just as a bit of a gag. Cinnamons. F for joyride. Interesting. It's 22. It was brilliant. Yeah, I thought it was really well done as well. And imagine if you like try to run away to like a motel or something, and then you just hear the air brakes from a big truck like pulling in. You're like, man, CB handle. Yep, that's the one. Candy cane. It's me, Rusty Nail. There is somewhat of a delay here by the looks of it. 3 Fs, an ACB, and then 3 Fs. Maybe we're all the way down in the D. It's better than the Purge, though. It's better than the Purge. Ah, here we go. Is AquaAz still here? Yep, he's still here. It. AquaAz. It. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know. This is one that I wanted to talk about. Is I actually really like the 80s version of it and the new version of it for entirely different reasons, but it is a fantastic movie. I love it. Both of them. I think one day I'll eventually get a tattoo of it, and it will be half the old school one, half the new school one of the head of Pennywise. I see dead people every day. Yeah, well, hopefully they're not vomiting on you. Although, I don't know, that might be a thing. Has me wanting to know what happened next, yeah. AquaAz with the $2. Cool. Cool indeed. Cool. 80s version was scary as in the day. Yeah, and I even watched it recently, and it's really funny. It's really well done. But the new one is also fantastic. Hiya, Georgie. Can you smell the fare? And then he's like, oh yeah, I can smell hot dogs and popcorn. Fantastic. Does that mean you want to put the movie somewhere? Let me know. 2 Australian dollary dues. C found boring. Damn, you are hard to please. You are indeed. Brilliant ugly. When I was a kid, I seen it and was scared. S. 80s version is an S. Liked the older version better. Yeah, I mean it was a very tough thing to live up to, but I think they did as good as they could get. The second part, not so much, but part 1, I think it was fantastic. So, alright, I think we can put it in the S anyway. G'day, Aquamate, how you going? Just in time, Aquamate. Slide 23. So I think we can put it. Stephen King's It. With Pennywise, who's a clown, but not actually a clown. In the S. Well done, all natural. Hiya, Georgie. Alright, and as a special treat, because does Alien make the cut? I can't remember. Possibly. No, I don't know, I can't remember. Are you still Daddy's little girl? Yeah, oh man, that's a crazy scene in both movies with the sink, the blood from the sink. Oh, crazy stuff. So as a special reward, I've got a little treat for you. Since we got it into the S tier, check this out. Look at this handsome, strapping young man. Does anyone have any guesses who that is? It's not me. It's not me. Any guesses who this Pennywise looking fella is? I think it's a well done job. The makeup is, perfect. But yeah, I'd be scared of Pennywise for sure. I'd be tenderized. If you haven't seen it before, fear basically tenderizes people and makes them taste better. Alien is one of my favorite horrors. Yeah. It's not Rumble either. It's somebody in this very room. It's not a neighbor. Kragos, he's nailed it. He has nailed it. It is Aquaz. Look at him. What a legend. So he's certainly got the credentials to hang out in here. Well done. Top job, Az. I don't know if that was for Halloween, but look forward to seeing what the 2020 outfit is, if so. That was kindly provided by Jeds, so appreciate that. Very good. Quality stuff. It's not Bodgy. It is not Bodgy. Would have been a super difficult shortlist to curate. Alright. Oh yeah, so if you're just coming, I tried to get as many loosely fish related ones here. So I put Lake Placid. I don't think is necessarily top 20, but it's got a crocodile and some water, so that's kind of fish related, isn't it? It's really, really hard. There's not many fish related horror movies just quietly. Maybe there's a market there. Maybe we could commission some, flesh eating guppies or something. I wish I could have seen for myself. Got me a ripper. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. So the story with Lake Placid is there's basically some huge prehistoric crocodile and nobody knows, and then it just one by one takes people out, and super stealth and all that. So Lake Placid is as much as you would think from the cover there. Giant crocodile. Piranha were trash, but so much fun. Yeah, Sharknado. Shrimp on a plane. There's that superhero movie Ugly Man on Netflix about that is loosely related to pistol shrimp. There's you take like this pill and it gives you superpowers that you're not, depends what your attributes are as to what superpowers you get. And this one guy gets the strongest power in the world, which is a pistol shrimp or something. So yeah, I do have a couple more still on the list, which you can probably guess, but there's really not too many fish related stuff. But wasn't scary. Yeah, I don't think it's scary at all. It's probably what we're seeing is C or a D. I reckon maybe a C. Yeah, I've seen it. It's not too bad. Oh, that movie. Yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean, for a Netflix, you're not paying for it, so there's a bit of extra wiggle room there. All right, now this movie I think is really good, but it is one that I always confuse with The Conjuring, because I watch them both at the same time. So in my mind, they're a bit mixed together. But Insidious, which one's Insidious? The Conjuring is the ones with Annabelle and the Nun. And Insidious is like there's this other world where spirits go, and there's this like it's obviously not a true story, but there's these true people that are like psychic researchers or whatever it's called. Like they go and catch spirits and stuff. Oh, I might even be mixing it up again. Possessed House, something. But I thought Insidious was really fantastic, whatever it's about. Someone help me here, because I do genuinely get the two mixed up, and I'll be like, oh yeah, let's watch Insidious, and they'll be like, oh no, actually I was thinking about Annabelle Creation or something, and I'll be like, yeah, let's watch let's watch The Conjuring. Be like, oh no, I was thinking of Insidious. So they're very easy to mix up, I reckon. Rogue is good, compatible acting skills in both films. What about the Aussie version of Rogue? I don't know if I've seen Rogue. Getting a good lineup of things that I have to go and watch now, though. That's pretty good. Post that synopsis. See, yeah, I didn't do it very good justice, did I? But it was one of the rare movies that I was actually scared of. I just can't remember. Maybe I was so scared that I've put it out of my mind. I've blacked it out because I was frightened to breaking point. But it's not really talked about too much, I guess. So perhaps a C is where it is. Next, okay, we all know about. Oh, Rogue is Oz version of Lake Placid. Oh, maybe I've seen it. Wait a second, was Lake Placid an alligator? I thought it was a saltwater croc. Like a megalodon version of a saltwater croc. The boy's spirit can travel to a spirit world called the Further, and he got trapped by a demon. Yeah, I'll have to rewatch it, but I thought it was really good anyway. Obviously, I'm not going to explain it as good as it should be here, unfortunately. But put it on the list. Obviously, we know about Paranormal Activity. There was about, I don't know how many, 6? Well, there's 5 on the screen now, but I think there was 6 eventually. And, you know, we've all seen the is it webcam? Yeah, like the nanny cam footage of doors closing, bed sheet gets ripped off the person, that sort of thing. And I think they made like 2 or 3, and then they were criticized of always being a one-trick pony. And then they started to introduce a storyline, and the storyline I thought was really good as well. It sort of brought in the Salem witch stuff, and there's this coven and people making deals that need repayment. And yeah, I think stick with them. If you watch 2 and you're like, oh, these are the exact same movie, well, stick with him because there is an actual decent storyline. Not the Salem witches, but I think it's like Salem witches, but like in Mexico somewhere. Paranormal Activity, just the first one, A. It burst onto the scene. People were pretty impressed by it when it first came out. But then I think they just wanted to keep riding that gravy train. Paranormal Activity, the first, was the best jump scare movie. Yeah, I agree with that one. And the Mexican one. Yeah, I liked the Mexican one. Lake Freshwater. Yeah, I guess. I still wouldn't go into a lake in far north Queensland, though. Just saying. Saltwater croc would be in there. You can risk it. Placid was a croc too. Ah, okay. Yeah, so I thought Paranormal Activity was pretty good. What number is it here? 4. Alright, where do we reckon? F, E. Are these Fs for Lake Placid or for Paranormal Activity? I'm confused. Mexican one ties into the first one at the end. Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to look closely for it because they sort of introduced it later. But there is a running storyline there, and it is worthwhile checking it out, I think. Watch it again, maybe. I actually think Paranormal Activity is pretty A or a B, personally. I think they're pretty good. Especially the first one. Saltwater crocs dig freshwater too. Nobody tells crocs where to swim. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be jumping in any water holes anywhere in far north Queensland. Actually, although I think you can... I'm going to just put this in the A just so everyone's aware. I think you can, by all reports, get away with jumping in the first time, but it's the second time because they just sort of suss you out. Although I'm not going to be risking it. Alright, another new movie, but one that was highly acclaimed as well. Get Out. And this is a psychological one as well, which is really interesting. There's a lot of themes in it which are worthwhile talking about. Yeah, there's crocs hanging out in freshwater in Florida. Oh, Do you reckon they come over as pets and stuff and people just released them? Yeah, a lot of people really highly rated Get Out. I did too. I really enjoyed it. So there's like, it's got like a hypnotizing element to it, a slavery element to it. Number 5. A bit of a psychological element to it. I thought it was really well shot as well. So, Get Out. American Croc. Interesting. Mapped is a fan of Get Out. 5 S's. Amy's a fan. Another S. 2 D's. Let's see. Wait, America has a croc species. What? I never knew that. I thought it was just gators. D. Yeah, there you go. You learn something new every day. Another D for Get Out. So then we got like as much S's as we do D's. Is Get Out... I guess Get Out is on the similar strain to those. There's some pretty good movies in the B, really. We got Halloween, Open Water, Saw, Silence of the Lambs, and Sixth Sense. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good lineup, to be honest. Crocs from the Miami Zoo during hurricane. Oh, there you go. Alright. Obviously this one is in here for the lols, but Sharknado. It's sharks. It's a tornado. Enough said. Exactly as it says on the picture. Pretty much the worst editing you can find. Basically an excuse to show off, bikini clad people getting attacked, and that's pretty much the depth of this movie. Sharknado. D-Bone. I find nothing scary about watching horror movies. I've been watching horror movies since the 70s, so I'm used to them. Yeah, I mean, even me, I've only been watching them since 2010, but yeah. I just really like a story. We watched one the other day which had Kevin Bacon in it. It was like, you shouldn't have come, or you stay away, or one of those. And yeah, it was really good storyline to it as well. I thought it was pretty good. S, brilliant concept, nailed it. Okay. S, because we're fish tubers. This is not going the way that I thought it would. I was expecting something more along these lines. We got a couple of G's, but we've also got a surprising amount of S's. My kids love this movie series. I can't stand it. Yeah. I am in the latter ballpark. I'm just going to make the executive decision and put it down there. Yeah, I thought Silence of the Lambs was robbed a little bit. You gotta have the old, with some fava beans. Is that a bit ASMR-ish for people? Or, it puts the lotion on its skin. Or it gets the hose again. Your choice, it's F or S. I can't work it out. Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Bodgy deserves the F. Always Bodgy in the F. Oh, Bodgy. He's a good fella. This one I want to talk about. Have you seen Jeepers Creepers before? I don't know if this is as well known. Precious. Sharknado is a bodgy tank. So, the only reason I found out about Jeepers Creepers is, you remember back in the day when you used to buy a DVD player and they'd give you like 2 DVDs, so you'd have something to watch? Well, when we bought a DVD player, it came with Jeepers Creepers 2, randomly. I don't know why you start with the 2, but it came with Jeepers Creepers 2 and We Are the Titans. We Are the Titans, great movie, by the way. But yeah, so we had 2 movies to watch. Smashed through We Are the Titans, threw on Jeepers Creepers 2, and went back and retrospectively watched them all. It's basically about this supernatural creature that eats people's body parts and absorbs them into himself. So He sort of needs to find somebody with good eyes and find somebody with a good ear or whatever, and then that's how that goes. Really good movie and good. So part of it is that whenever he's nearby, you hear on the radio this like, "Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those peepers?" Oh man, I had a bit of a Marge Simpson voice there. "Hey homie." And yeah, really cool soundtrack. I think I enjoyed it. First one was creepy, yeah. In the end, it got a bit weird by the third one when it was in a field and had wings for some reason and all that. The first one was amazing. It spooked me, but not scared me. It just gave you the creeps, did it? A's and B's. The Karen mum at Pet Barn looking for gold. "Excuse me, I want to put these 14 comets in my 3-gallon bowl. Where's the manager?" Alright, A or B? I like it. I like A for that. Let's fill out the A column a bit more, hey? Sequel to Open Water, Low Water. Starting with Bodgy. Love it. Alright, The Conjuring. The Conjuring. So, as you can see from that cute little face poking her head around, perhaps you can, perhaps you can't. This is the Annabelle series, the doll Conjuring, where... No, oh my... I messed up Insidious before. The Conjuring is where you have these paranormal hunters that go around collecting paranormal objects, put them in the basement, lock them in, and get the room blessed and all that so they can't escape. But eventually the daughter lets out the Annabelle doll, wreaks havoc as you imagine it should, and the first Conjuring is, I think, about the Annabelle doll, and then there's plenty more fun that ensues after that. But Warrens, the Warren family, what's her name? What's his name? Robert Warren? Something like that. Mapped. Wolf Creek is at the top. I know it's very, very hard to see on these screens, but Wolf Creek is at the very top in the S tier. I like The Conjuring. Thought it was pretty good. SB, SB, D, double B, A. Lots of B's. I think we have another one for the ever-growing B tier. I guess the good thing about having these blue sections is we can bunch them up a bit, can't we? That's using the old noodle. There we go. Alrighty. Good stuff. Oh yeah, okay, and I wanted to put The Conjuring 2 in because I sort of see Conjuring as the Annabelle stream and Conjuring 2 as the Nun stream. So you got Valak, the Nun, and the Nun imagery is just super scary. Like, I'm not necessarily freaked out by the movie, but if you gave me like a poster with the Nun image on it, there's no way that I would keep that in my house. I just think the face, the eyes, freaky looking image. The fact that it's a nun, ugh. I went to enough Christian schools to be scared by that. Silence of the Lambs has to be at least an A. Well, yep. I tend to agree. But yeah, the Nun is just freaky. The Nun. But rest assured, because as long as you know the name is Valak, you're safe. They were both great. Yeah, I thought that was a really well done. And we talk about Paranormal Activity sort of overdoing it, having too many movies. I think The Conjuring does it really well, where there's enough twists and turns in the storyline and enough different things that that it keeps it very interesting, and it's not Annabelle after Annabelle after Annabelle. It's Annabelle Nun, and so on. Why don't you have a YouTube channel called Blake's Movies? I got enough social medias. I don't have enough time. To be honest, I did think about for a while doing a second channel called Blake's Barbecue Bonanza, something like that, because I'm right into the cooking, outdoor cooking, like on the smoker or the Weber or whatever, pizza oven, and I thought that could be fun, but I've even done a video, I just haven't bothered to get any further than that. I'll just stick to this channel, and that's plenty, I reckon. SBADA. I guess by definition it kind of has to go there, but I actually reckon the Nun series is better. Is it? Is it better than Annabelle? Annabelle's pretty freaky. Maybe it's not as good as Annabelle. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. What did we say? SBADA. SBADA. Two A's, a B, and S. Okay, so alright, everybody here reckons an A. Almost as many barbecue channels as fish channels, yeah. And I'm not nearly Texan enough. I'd have to do the entire channel with an accent, Well, howdy, y'all. We're here to cook ourselves up a nice little brisket there. I'm going to fire up the coals, and we're going to baste this baby down. That's how I'd probably do the whole channel. And people would not even know that I'm from Australia. We got ourselves some baby back ribs here today. Hey, Rhinos Aquatics. Both Conjurings were as good, yeah. Yes. Probably just send them together, I guess. now I'm disappointed this channel isn't called Blake's Fishy Festivities. Yeah. I should have come up with something a little bit more creative, shouldn't I? But we're too far down the rabbit hole now. Could have been called like, I don't know. There is some pretty creative names there, like Fish for Thought, Fishy Biz. I like those. Anyway, who knows? Oh, we're back to the start. We are back to the start. So that's where we got to. How do we go? I think we did pretty well there. We got in starting. I can recognize that a lot of people probably can't read this. So starting from the top in the S tier, we have Wolf Creek, The Shining, and It. Then we have The Ring, Paranormal Activity, Jeepers Creepers in the A. In B we have Halloween, Open Water, Saw, Silence of the Lambs, I See Dead People, I can't read that, The Sixth Sense, Get Out, Conjuring 1 and 2, both of the streams. Then in C we have Us, Lake Placid, Insidious. In D, Joyride, Candy Cane. In E we have The Purge, and in F we have Sharknado. Yeah, I wanted to try and limit it to 20. I also wanted to include as many fish related things as we could. That sort of ate up for, what is the time? 8:40. I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal. Make a deal with y'all. We've got 17 more minutes before I wrap it up, so we can add some more on. I wanted to also have seen them, but I do rate my horror movie history. So Freddy Krueger, we can add. Freddy versus Jason. Nightmare on Elm Street, we can add that. No problemo. Nightmare on Elm Street. Alright, can we just add it straight in? I don't know. Let's see if the computer will let us. Not looking good. Add it in. Alright, we're going to have to go the long way around. Nightmare on Elm Street. Of course, we don't have my fancy blueness either. But basically, the story is Freddy Krueger attacks people in their dreams. So don't fall asleep, or he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. TCM. Hills Have Eyes is another good one. Yeah, we can do Hills Have Eyes. I like that. No mapped. I've never cooked up an angelfish. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. That movie is about Dr. Black's Gibbo. The Exorcist. Yeah, I thought about that, but then the image was a bit graphic. Oh, what? Hang on a minute. I did put Jaws on here. Something's gone dodgy here. Jaws was on there. It's number 17. Let me see. Have we got 24 things on the screen? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. We are actually 4 short here. We're 4 short. That doesn't add up. Jaws is number 17, though. We'll do Jaws next. Lake Placid is on the list. Jaws. Oh, well, that solves that. Bobby K, where would you like the Jaws? In S? In S? That's some bad hat, Harry. Bad hat, Harry. I don't knew that one. I haven't seen Wrong Turn, I don't think. TCM. You've lost me on TCM. The something. Alien. Yep. Alien is good. I've actually seen it. Alien vs Predator as well is pretty good. Let's just put the picture of the alien just for the gags. Alright, looks like there's things happening everywhere. Drag that into there. That's an alien. Alright, what do we got happening here? Aquamate, $2 dues. Aliens is an S. There's 21 picks. Yeah, no, I didn't count Nightmare on Elm Street because I just put that in there. 3, 4 is going to knock on your door. Bobby with the 2 buckaroos. I'll presume you want Jaws up the top until otherwise stated. Hills Have Eyes is ace, yeah. So where do we land with Nightmare on Elm Street? I think we've got 1 S from Az, 1 S from Alan. Wrong Turn. Let me look it up. I want to see the Wrong Turn. Misha Barton. That does ring a bell. Oh. Wrong Turn. Yeah, I have seen this. A long time ago. That is freaky. I've seen that. I remember the main... can't think of the word for it, lady. But I don't know much about it. Oh yeah, I've seen I Spit on Your Grave too. That was a pretty good one. Bad Hat Harry is the line in Jaws. The only line I know from Jaws is, "We're gonna need a bigger boat." And that's mainly from the Toyota ads. Is a Toyota, the Jeep ads. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Prometheus is a D as well, Dr. Black. If Aliens an S, Aliens is a B, and Prometheus D. Terrible. Alright, Jaws an S. Johnny Depp ruined it. Well, it looks like we only got 2 votes for Nightmare on Elm Street, so it made it as an S. That's amazing. What else is a good one? The Hills Have Eyes is a good one. Cabin in the Woods is decent. I'm just trying to think of all the ones I was shouted I couldn't include yesterday. I'll save that there. Drag it onto there. Yeah, because Predator's not really a horror movie. It's kind of just an action movie, I reckon. Original Dracula. Chucky. Oh, yeah, we can include Chucky. True. Child's Play. Child's Play. That's a good one. There's a new version of that movie that came out this year as well. I haven't quite seen it yet. Because when I saw it was available to watch, it was like $30 to buy. And I was like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't watch those to pay $30. That's just me. Everyone says the book is better. American Psycho. American Psycho is good. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a horror though, but Christian Bale is pretty good. I enjoyed it as a movie, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a horror. The Platform, I don't think I've seen that either. Oh, Galar was in here before. 47 meters down. Decent. Cabin Fever, the original. I think Cabin in the Woods is more funny. What time is it where I live? 10 to 9. Like 8:51 p.m. Back to the Future 3. That's pretty funny. Pet Cemetery. Oh, T-Bone. You've spelled it wrong though. Cemetery with an S. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Another Stephen King one. And another one that there was a reboot of. Very interesting. Pet Cemetery. Let's save that picture. Alright, we gotta get some voting done here. I'm just kind of accumulating pictures for the minute. Pet Cemetery. That's the new one. 28 Days Later. Nice bit of a zombie one. What about... it's not really horror, again. It's kind of more of a thriller. But, what's the Will Smith one with the zombies as well? Oh, jeez. And the Bob Marley music. Somebody will know what it is anyway. Fourth Kind. Cabin in the Woods. So much brutal detail. Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play? Yep. Alright, so Pet... What have we got here? We've got Pet Cemetery, Child's Play, and The Hills Have Eyes. So let's start off with The Hills Have Eyes. Basically, up in the hills, you got a bunch of interesting types. Basically, let's just go ahead and say that they're brothers, their dad, and so on and so forth. And things get a bit weird up there. So, The Hills Have Eyes. Hey Dev, how you going? Have you seen Alive? It's a Korean end of the world zombie movie. No, I haven't. Night of the Living Dead. I thought The Grudge might be a good option. I Am Legend. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's not really much of a horror though, is it? Night of the Living Dead. Dawn of the Dead. A for The Hills Have Eyes. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Pretty consistent. Pretty consistent. Alright, what about Child's Play then? Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play? And then when there's The Bride of Chucky as well. Species. I don't know if I've heard of that. Oh, what about that other Stephen King one where the person is tied up and then the romantic partner disappears? That's an interesting movie as well. And there's like a wolf. Stephen King movies. What is that one called? Not that. Not that. I'll remember it as soon as I see it. Someone's probably already put it there. Oh, Gerald's Game. Gerald's Game. Bobby. It's over now. Next week. Child's Play. Alright. A for Child's Play. B, C, B. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, I've seen it. I I would say it's more of a gore movie, not necessarily a horror as well. Oh, Children of the Corn, you're making me think now. What about that oh geez, that's gonna kill me. There's that movie, The Town. Is it called The Town? And any time you wear red, a monster gets you, something like that. This is some great descriptions here, isn't it? This is some great viewing. We went 10 minutes too long, let's be honest. B. Alright, a B for Child's Play. Well, we got no room. Alright, let's go with not that. Oh jeez, we're moving everything now. Gerald's Game. Child's Play is another one. Slots in there. Easy peasy. Alright. The Village. Yes, thank you. The Village. Pretty good. Pet Cemetery. What do you think about Pet Cemetery? Stephen King movie again. Basically, there's this creepy private cemetery at the back of this property, and what happens is if you bury something there, then within a few days it comes back to life, but not as it is. And the cat gets run over by a truck, bury it, comes back, and then the cat just dies or something. And then the kid gets hit by a truck and they bury the kid, and then gets weird from there. I like Pet Cemetery. There's a new version and an old version as well. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, probably the worst movie I've ever watched. It's up there. There's some terrible movies there. Friday the 13th is a good one. We might end on Friday the 13th. Freaks. I don't know if I've seen Freaks. Let me have a look at the album art for that as well. Freaks movie. Freaks. Nah, I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, it's not ringing any bells. We'll go with Friday the 13th and then wrap it up. Friday the 13th movie. And that, of course, is Jason. Save. Friday the 13th. There we go. And yeah, The Exorcist I wanted to put on as well, but I thought it was a bit of a graphic image, and YouTube might not like me. Overhyped when it was originally released, yeah. Pet Cemetery A, do we think? Trick or Treat. That sounds familiar. Can't be here forever. What do you think about Friday the 13th? Jason. What's Jason's last name? Jason something. I know Freddy Krueger, but I don't know Jason's last name. Just Jason. He has a hockey mask and a big machete. Yep, it's just Jason, isn't it? What happened, Aquaz? Streamlabs doesn't like you. Okay. That's Streamlabs timed you up for an fairly soft word, so sorry about that. Alright. A's for Friday the 13th with just Jason. Voorhees. Is that his last name, is it? Yes, this should have been a 6-hour stream with a short list of 100. And it's still somebody would have been like, but excuse me, there's a 1983 version of a French film that was dubbed in Italian that is called Le Muertos de la Deo. And it's actually a Spanish title as well, so I'm surprised that's not on the list. You can't please everyone, is the point. What was I just about to try and look up? It was something that sounded familiar. A village dud. Trick or treat, that's what I was about to look up. Trick or treat, because that sounds familiar to me. Trick or treat movie. I don't want... Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pumpkinhead, I think, is the villain in that one. That's why it's called a shortlist. Critters, yeah. Oh, nope. Alice, none of those are ringing a bell. The Happening's a good movie. Well, I think everyone here has at least 15 movies that they've got to watch between now and 48 hours time, which is when it's Halloween here in Australia, or probably, 72 hours time when it's Halloween in America. Other than that, hopefully you had a pretty good time. I certainly did. Always enjoy hanging out with you all. Let the right one in is great. Okay, nice. Other than that, yeah, I think we had a good stream here. A little bit of off-topic shenanigans, but it was fun nevertheless. We'll be back at it with some more fish-related stuff next week, and that, I think, will just about do it. Unfortunately, we couldn't include every horror movie on the list, but let me know in the comments of this video, or let anybody watching this replay looking for some inspiration know in the comments what missed out, and yes, all that good stuff. One last recap. Alice, what's the first movie in S? That is Wolf Creek, Australian movie based on the Killers. Good time. So yeah, thanks everyone for generous super chats, memberships, and all that good stuff. Other than that, I'll catch you on the next one. We've got another video coming out tomorrow, which I'll give you a hint. It is, so last week we did top 10 aquarium items you can find at the supermarket, and tomorrow you can look forward to top 10 aquarium items you can find at Le Dollar Store. So hopefully that interests some of you, and I'm gonna get going now. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.